Hey guys, it's Dahlia Sin from season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Today I'm going to be recreating for you my buttons and bows runway. So watch me go from this to this. The first thing I'm going to do is color block with an orange because, you know, I got to hide this beard. And that's the look. No, okay. So now that my color block is done, I like to go in with my foundation, and I literally just like to use a stick. I don't know why I still have this hat on. I literally just go all over my face. Now I know you're thinking, bitch, this is not your color, but yes it is, bitch. Cause literally, once I'm done, I contour and stuff, this literally blends in and becomes my skin tone. I know you're gonna be like, oh my god, that is not her fucking skin tone, but it is. So, cause I say it is. So. What's up? Catch me outside. A lot of girls I see will skip this part, which I find it so funny. We clearly see your neck and it doesn't match. So then I'll go in with kind of like a dome brush that's kind of harder, and then I'll literally just kind of do it like a beauty blender and just pack it in. I don't ever go like in swiping because it just takes the product off. And I blend it up into my hairline because I'm bald, so I can do that. Every time I do this step, I feel like Valentina. This part gets really repetitive, so like sometimes I get like a cramp in my hand and it is not cute. And then for the neck, I kind of just swipe. After I do that, I like to go back and around the beard area, cause hello, we are men, some of us. I'll go in with my dirty ass beauty blender, and then I go really softly cause I don't want to take any of the product up. Then I'm just taking it onto my eye as well. People use primer for the eyes, but it's literally pointless. You can literally just take your foundation or concealer and literally put it on your eye. Then I'm just blending underneath my eyes. Also, am I the only one that literally whenever they're doing like something with blending or their eyeshadow or something, or like their mascara or something, and you just realize your mouth is open the whole time, you're like... Now we're gonna do the highlight. What I like to do is take the cream and put it on the backside of my hand. I'll take my beauty blender, the same beauty blender I used, and I usually love to use a really white cream. Slowly keep blending and bringing it up to the side of my face, like basically into my hairline kind of, but not really all the way. On the sides of my nose, and blend it down. And then I take the back of it, get the cheeks. The one step that I hate about doing my face is blending. On a normal regular day, I do my face within like an hour, 20 minutes. But the quickest I've ever done my face is 45 minutes because I had a brunch gig and I woke up late and I had to get there real quick. On my forehead and highlight as well. And then I like to go in with a little smaller brush, do my nose highlight, which I literally just draw a straight line down. And then I just blend it. At this point, you literally, it doesn't really matter how this part kind of looks because you're gonna contour anyways. I'm done with highlight, and now I'm gonna go into contouring. What I like to use also is another stick, and I literally just carve out the sides. I like to just kind of stop like right in my hairline. I contour this big ass forehead because my hairline is receding because I'm 85. I like to use my beauty blender and just blend. But I like to go really fast with it though, because it takes forever. This looks crazy right now, but I like to just keep going back and forth like this for a while while it's blending. And then I like to slowly go up to my lip a little bit and then slowly bring it up into my highlight. To be honest, contouring and highlighting are literally one step, but they're two different steps because if you don't have one or the other, then you're gonna look crazy. I like to bring it down a little bit onto my jaw. If you want to make your jaw smaller, you want to contour more and bring it down a little bit more and then just highlight your cheeks. If you highlight this, it's just making this look manlier. So then I like to blend my forehead, and I literally just like to go around first, like blend it kind of where it's at, and then slowly bring it into where my eyebrows are. Then you just slowly start to bring it down, so you're just blending while you're doing it. You're kind of doing it lighter and lighter as you go, because you don't want like obviously a thick like brown line going all the way down. You want to have it to have like, you know, a nice transition. I also like to bring it into my brow bone a little bit too, because some people like to do that blocked out white eye, and I don't like to do that, like, because I like to look, you know, like a woman and not a cartoon character. And literally I'm just flipping the beauty blender to use, because it still has the white from the highlight. Like sometimes you'll go up a little too high and it'll be too much contour up here. So I literally just like to take the end and kind of like, you know, smooth it out. So when you're doing the nose, I like to tell girls, do not go with the shape of your nose, girl. What's the point of that contour if you're not gonna reshape it? When you're doing it, you wanna start from your eyebrows and kind of make like a V as you go down. I like to put a lot on the tip of my nose, coming from the bottom up, because this helps with like lifting your nose and making the tip look also really small. This part doesn't even have to be perfect, it can be messy as because you're just gonna blend it anyways. And then I like to use my beauty blender and blend it. As you're doing it, some people will probably notice that I'll get contour somewhat in the white, but that's fine because remember on the other side, it's where you have your highlight. So then you just tap back inside and you're just blending. So it has this nice like smooth line and you don't have this thick line on your nose. She's slim. When I'm doing my eyebrows, I'm not a type of girl that likes to block her eyebrows out. And if I was gonna block my eyebrows out, I would have did this way before I put on foundation. I like to use my natural brows because I have a lot of eye space. I tend to always cut my eyebrows, the ends, because normally they're like this long. So I can draw on any shape I want. So I can go out if I wanted to, draw them down, you know. I can give basically any shape. Girl, I've been doing drag for 7 years now. So literally I can usually just do my eyebrow and like at one take. But watch me just jinx myself and I have to do it anyway, so. I'm considered like a beauty queen. Like I like to paint to look like a woman. Well, you know, my version of a woman, because obviously I'm not gonna walk out of here and be like, clearly I'm a girl. There's a lot of drag queens that are like, oh, I'm a drag queen. I don't do female illusion, but I'm trying to give female illusion. I want you to see me in specific lighting and be like, oh my God, that's a beautiful woman. I don't like to have white above my eyebrow or underneath my eyebrow. Like a natural woman is not gonna walk around with this big highlight above her eyebrow. Like, what is that on your face? So now that I've contoured, highlighted, did my brows, she's blended, she's contoured, I am gonna go into powdering, bitch, because we need to bake. And literally after this part, ugh, girl, it's so easy and so much quicker. Pack in the powder like where my highlights are and my eyebrows, so they don't move. And then this part I don't care. I just tap it all over. And then don't forget your neck. After I powdered and everything, then I'll just go in and dust off. I don't really dust off under my eyes because I'm gonna literally go back under there again, so it's kind of pointless to dust it off. I know you're thinking, bitch, you still look the same, but that's fine. A woman. And then I just go back in one more time with a little bit of powder. And this is when I like to really like kind of like concentrate it underneath my eye, like put a little bit more when I contour my nose later. It's gonna help me get more of a more blended line. So now that I've powdered, I'm gonna go in and do eyebrows again, but I'm gonna do them with powder. My favorite kind of eyebrows are black, but since I have like light color hair today, I'm gonna go in with a brown. It looks more natural than versus a jet black eyebrow. And just filling it in back with powder, so it's like, it looks complete. And then as I'm getting like into the center of my eye, I'm going lighter with the powder. With everyone's eyebrow, it's always lighter to darker. And this time I'll use like a black on the end, but I'll do really lightly with the black because the end of your eyebrows needs to be the darkest. I'll go in lightly with the black on the ends. Well, she's blended enough. Okay, so now that the eyebrows are on, we're gonna go into the eyes. I like to switch up my eye because I don't like to have going out with the same eye all the time. So I'll either cover like a cut crease or like this blended out smoky cut crease, a smoky eye, which is also really my favorite. I'm doing a smoky eye with a little glitter. I like to call it like my like kind of like dead eye. Like it's very blown out and kind of like, it almost kind of looks like you died. I'm gonna go in with a red on my lid. This literally can just be kind of messy. Remember when I told you when I first started, bitch, you'll see me like always have my mouth open like my, Okay, so then I like to take a little blending brush, like one of these, and I just like to take the color and then start blending it. So I'll just literally take that color and bring it up. Then I'll go in with the same blending brush, get a little bit more. And when you're gonna add color, you always kind of want to stick to like your crease and then blend out. You want to have it be dark to light as you do it. Because when I do the smoky eye, I like to bring it all the way up to my brow. And then I like to just slowly bring it all the way out to the end and then back up to my brow bone. Like near my nose, I like to blend it out right there. And then I like to go back in once I'm done blending and then take it back into my crease and darken it a little bit more. So it kind of gives like that kind of like sunken in kind of eye look. I feel like if you die, bitch, the most deepest part would be the whatever. And then I like to do is take a deeper color. So I take the burgundy-ish kind of color and I'm literally just taking it into my crease. So like that, tap, but also like push out like a little flick kind of a motion. And then kind of do it up a little bit where your brow bone is. And I'm literally doing this all with one brush. You bitches be having like 20,000 brushes. I'm like, girl, I can do my whole eye with literally one brush. So after you do the top of your eye, you're gonna go into the bottom of your eye, which I'm gonna go in with that same first red color that I used, literally using the same goddamn brush and doing the bottom of your eye. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm literally trying so hard to not open my mouth. Like, I'm literally like this. So when I'm doing the side, I like to slowly blend it out and then blend up into, you get it. Once you're like running out of color, slowly bringing it out to the other end that you did on the top of your eye. Okay. Ooh. You're gonna go in with the dark burgundy again, like basically do a line, but you're like blending at the same time. Whenever I see a girl literally do a black liner on their eye and literally cover up that whole line, I'm like, what the f is that? Like, you literally making your eye look smaller. Like, why would you want to do that? So then I literally take my blending brush and I'm just blending it. And it gives a nice little, ooh girl, gives a nice little sultry little, ooh. So I like to go in with a glitter. I like to use like this one because it's a gel and it goes on easier and it stays on longer and it doesn't flake. I like to just tap on my eyelid. If you get the gel ones, this literally skips a lot of steps for girls because you won't have to put glue on to make the glitter stick. And then you have a little glitter. This is one of my favorite glitters because it's literally like a yellow color, but if you notice it has like red and kind of like a pinky kind of color. And then on the eye it gives like a very like, ooh, she's wet. And then she's sad, bitch. She smoked. She looks kind, girl. You got your glitter, bitch. You feel more like a drag queen because drag queens always wear glitter. Now I'm gonna do liner. This is like a simple liner. I'm literally only gonna line the lid. I'm not doing a wing because it's a smoky eye and it's kind of pointless to do a wing because you're not really gonna see it. So literally just line in the eye. Now that my eyes are done, my liner is done, we're gonna go with the lashes because, girl, you need to complete your lash. And without your f***ing lashes, bitch, then you look crazy. So I just like to blow on the lash because it dries the glue down quicker. But if you're ever doing someone's makeup, don't literally ever do this because that's gross. And then when I put it on, I like to push up on the ends because you don't want a wonky lash. You always kind of want it to go like have like a nice little slant to it. Okay, she's on, she's cute. Okay, so now that the lashes are on, now we're gonna go in with mascara and blend those lashes. I like to go in and try and blend them out as much as I can, which I like to go really ham with the mascara. And then kind of pinch the ends because if you pinch your lash when you have the eyelash on and you're putting the mascara on, it will help blend a little bit more. I'm gonna just dust off right here on my cheeks on both sides. So now that the lashes are down, I'm going to move on to my powder contour because, girl, we need to blend that out. And literally while you're doing this, you're literally just basically doing the same step you did with your cream, but you're doing it in powder now. So you're just mainly focusing on the end, like this part of your face, and slowly bringing it up to your eye and blending it. Okay. I like to bring it on my lip a little bit too. Girl, she's getting blended, honey. Then I like to take it on my jaw And then slowly bring it down to my neck to match the contour. And then I like to take it a little underneath my lip. Don't forget your ears, bitches, because if you have hair, especially like long hair or pulled back or like a pony, you don't want to forget your ears. After I do that, I'll go in with the contour on my nose as well. I like to focus most of the contour on my nose at the tip. And it helps lift the nose and then make the nose just give that nice little, like, sucked in, like, oh my god, I got a pinched little nose, like, you know, I'm little, like, it's tiny. She's good. You're gonna go in with your blush. I like to use an orange blush because it matches my skin tone the best. Orange to me looks best than red on any skin tone, to be honest. Unless you're like super pale, then that just kind of looks a little nuts. When I'm doing my blush, I like to kind of bring it up into my my eyeshadow a little bit and put it on my forehead. Girl, you gotta get that warmth. I know I said I want like a little dead eye, but bitch, I don't want to look dead. And I know what you're thinking, bitch, you came in here like 3 shades lighter, but so what, bitch? I like to look tan at all times, bitch. I love a good blinding highlight. If you don't like a highlighter, bitch, you can exit this video right now. Totally joking, bitch, stay. Don't leave me. I need friends. I use like a fluffy brush like this, and I like to have like a highlighter that is kind of really creamy, which they're sometimes really hard to find, but once you find it and you're good, it will bring in your whole face and make it look more blended versus patchy and like, you know, because some highlighters do that. And I like to go over the lip a little bit and then a little bit on my brow bone, right above the eyebrows. I also like to take a smaller brush down my nose with it because I gotta highlight that nose. So there's like sometimes where I'll literally forget to do my highlight on my nose and I'm like staring at myself, like, what is wrong with my face? I also like to take the highlight and put it underneath my brow bone. Then I like to go back in before I finish and tap just a little bit into the blush so it blends well. Sometimes you'll get a line. Then it's blended, she's looking sickening. Okay, I totally forgot. I'm gonna do eyeliner, like a little red eyeliner and then mascara, because clearly I forgot to mascara these bitches. I'm literally just gonna use a red lipstick. Okay, so I'm gonna line the other eye. You don't want the bottom lash to look too full. I like to turn my mascara downward, and it almost kind of gives you that kind of like PC kind of look, that fake like, oh, I just glued on like little individuals. You just finished your eye, you have basically everything done, and last but not least, you're just gonna finish it up with your lip. I always like to use 3 different shades of lipsticks. So I like to go in with like a nice like lighter color shade, like a nude for the base. I'm gonna create like a nice ombre lip. So I like to take, when I'm lining my lips, I like to take a brush instead of like a liner, and I'll take the lipstick and put it on the brush, and then I like to line my lips with a brush. And I clearly like to overdraw my lips, and I like to also create a different shape for my lips, because even though I love my Cupid's bow, I like to take that away when I'm in drag, because I love those lips that are just nice and pouty, where they're like the big, like, ooh. Then I like to go like this to blend them more. And then I'll go in with an even darker color. I'm gonna do it in a powder. And I'm only gonna focus it mainly on the outer edges, and then a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom. Literally, once you're doing this step, this makes your lips look even more bigger. If you skip this step, then you're just kind of having like a basic lip. See this side and then see this side, like, which looks better? Clearly. And then slowly bring it down just a little bit, but lightly tap. And then you're gonna do the same thing to the bottom of your lip. And there is the final lip. She's looking big and juicy. Ooh. This is the full face. She's sickening. I'm gonna go throw on my look and I'll be right back. So this is my complete buttons and bows look. I hope you're living for it. I hope you're loving it. Get into this moment, and I hope you guys learned something. See you on the road. Thanks for watching. Love you.
Subscribe to the VH1 YouTube channel so you don't miss any of RuPaul's Drag Race.